live. Hi guys, welcome to another World Cup of Design playthrough. This I think is our 6th one, so it is Eric and I, and we are playing Matt F27's. You want to pronounce that, Eric? Because
Yeah, I believe it's Aristida, and upon looking that up, it means brown native grass. And so, looking at the pictures of this course, that seems to make a lot of sense. So, Aristida Dunes.
Interesting. Oh, I got an alert saying it was Irving's birthday today. Oh, I should send him a happy birthday. Yeah, it looks, from what I've seen some pictures, but this is my first time playing. Looks like a delta, which I think he's quite fond of. There's been a lot of deltas I've noticed. It seems to be the trending theme. I don't know if you're noticing that. I'm noticing a lot of deltas have been coming out lately.
I'd have to agree.
Not like that's a bad thing. What's up, Spartan?
Not when they're creatively different. I don't mind it.
Exactly. I think in terms of versatility with the themes, Delta's right up there with probably like Highlands, and yeah, it's pretty darn good ones.
Especially with the tricks that guys are learning in the designer now to make, you could have two guys do a delta course and interpret the planting and the texture choices and colors different enough from each other that they can take the same theme and make it look wildly different. So it's kind of nice that the designers in the community are really trying to diversify the theme rather than just sticking with the palette that the game gives you when you say, oh, I want a delta theme.
Right. I mean, we're at the point now with some, like, a lot of experienced designers. I mean, we've designed 3, 4, 5 courses in each theme now, some people, so it's like trying to get that bit of uniqueness out, and I feel like these designers are trying to squeeze everything they possibly can out of the theme, and different looks and different feels show up, and I think that's what we need since HB's not giving us another theme anytime soon.
Yeah.
Great look.
Taking them away, if anything.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, that'll be the next patch. Yeah. Bye. They're just going to take out Boreal or something. Sorry, all Boreal courses are gone. Whoa. Great look off the tee here, this first hole. Matt?
Just a design point here, Andre, that you've probably noticed since you hit driver. I backed up and hit a 3-wood, but he made the design choice that if you want to hit driver, you're going to have to deal with the camber of the fairway, that right to left slope. So if you want to hit it up into the hole further, you have to plan for the right side of the fairway and leave yourself room for it to run left. So pretty cool.
Do like that. I did just hold on to the fairway, so that's good. Terry Grayson, thanks for the follow, and I'm shocked you've just followed me now. So, but I appreciate it. Thank you. Sindra, what's up?
Nice. Hey, Sindra.
Oh, yeah. Terrible. So Matt's one of these designers that's just, I mean, he's been around for a while now, and his courses just keep getting exponentially better, I feel, with everyone. And he's up there now, I think, as one of the top guys around. He's just, what he's able to do with sight lines, I think, especially, is just mind-blowing. I mean, I know he has some background as an artist, I believe, so you definitely can see that. Yes, so this one.
Yeah, it is interesting to see guys who have art backgrounds or photography backgrounds. I know Terry does a lot of photography, and you see that come through in his sight lines in terms of framing and sort of the positioning of things to create different views that maybe those of us like me who aren't artists at all wouldn't ever really think of.
Yeah. Flair of an artist and attention to detail of an engineer. Yeah, that's kind of what this course is looking like so far. Downhill, grip it and rip it, but fairway tightens up, it looks like, a little bit. So a bad tempo could be trouble.
Yeah. I think downwind we're going to benefit because we're actually going to hit it past the tight part into the wide part.
That is true. I gone right over.
What I like about this second shot is how from the fairway, the view appears that the flag is sitting in the ocean.
Yes, and that's just has to do with just raising the part of that green up a little bit. And that would be a big tip I would give to new designers, is just don't have your green just sit flat. Just bump it up even a foot or two. And you'll notice you'll get a much better look. Whoa, stay there. Oh, scary. Scary green.
Yeah, I actually aired on the short side. I was afraid of going down there.
Oh, I missed another short putt. Lately, my putting's been off the charts, but not today. Looks like you guys had fun last night with your little
Oh, what a party.
Thing. I looked like fun. I was picking someone up for the airport, so I was waiting and watching you guys in the car. Looked like fun.
This hole's really phenomenal.
Yeah, this is great. It's just a shame we can't get like a real looking beach, but
yeah,
I mean, still, it's really cool. It's just a great example of mid-length par 3. Short, tiny little green. Lots of trouble on the right. Par 3s are tough to do, I think.
Oh boy. Speaking of that beach, I'm gonna check it out.
All right, get a closer look. That's what Eric's here for. He likes to check out parts of the course that you might not.
Pretty nice down here.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
Maybe unfolding my towel
that the regular golfer might not experience. Oh. So far, so good.
Oh, whew.
Nice.
Almost missed that par.
Mm-hmm.
I should have pointed it out on the last hole, but I'll go ahead and do it on this one. And I'm not an artist, but I know Matt is. And so I know that one of the things he's looking at is, if you notice his sight lines, one of the things he used very well on these two holes being on the ocean is this idea of negative space. And so what I mean by that is he's aligning his tee in such a way with the hole that, now you don't see it as much on this tee shot, but you will on the second shot, and you did on the tee shot of that par 3, is the ocean and the sea being on the left, not this need to fill it with stuff or fill it with boats or fill it. You can have that be a negative space, and that really brings weight and texture to everything on the right, which draws your eye from heavy to light in the design, and you can use that in your strategy plays with the people that are playing your course. You can make them feel like either it's tighter or more open depending on where you're drawing their eyes, just based on how you're framing negative space.
Right. Yeah, Matt does a good job of that.
I think a lot of us have the tendency to fill, right? We just fill everything.
Oh yeah, I'm guilty of that for sure. But there were some parts on my last course where I'm like, you know what? I don't need a lot of planting here, especially along the water. And it helps. Yeah, you don't have to crazy plant everything. Come back. Nope.
Go.
So I will be around that last week of January, so we'll be able to do the draw on time.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going a week earlier, so.
Now the inland hole.
Mm-hmm. Great bunkering. Just, yeah, the way it's framed, I mean, details is like, even the little houses up on the hill are just like, they're the perfect spot.
My understanding is that there's some Easter eggs up there. I don't know if when you get up on your second shot, if you want to zoom over to those houses, but
go take a look.
Since you're the one streaming, my understanding is that there's stuff up there.
All right, let's go look. Let's go take a look. Oh, there's an outhouse. Someone's bathroom's not working. That's Terry's house? All right.
I think so.
I'm looking for a goat.
Oh, no, wait, that's my house. That has the BMW in the driveway.
Nice. He's made a little hot tub, it looks like, over here. Oh, I can't control this damn thing.
Yeah, they ruined the cameras with the...
Oh, I used to be able to control this okay, but... Oh. There is an outhouse up there. Cool. Yeah, this theme is just... It's so versatile.
I think he's like the 4th designer to add goats onto his course somewhere. And I just want to, for those watching the playthrough, just want to let you know that as a reminder, Andre and I are not judges. And thus, since I'm not a judge, adding goats to your courses is not going to help you win. It endears you to me.
Oh,
but
there you go.
It's not going to help you win.
There you go. I just take straight up bribes. $50, $100. I'll put in a good word. I have no shame. We don't even know what the prize is yet. We have to talk about that.
Oh, that's right. Well, I know that there was talk in the admin PM, right, about Jeff creating 4 trophy cards for these courses.
Right.
So you know, it's a non-tangible prize, but you would have that for your signature.
Some.
For winning a TGC Tours endorsed design contest these days.
Mm-hmm. What happened with the Invicta? Yeah, so Griff was running that, and he's since left TGC Tours due to some family stuff. So we didn't just want the contest to die, and so Eric and I dropped out and kept it going.
Oh, hey, Adam.
No watch anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, I love you guys, but not that much.
Yeah.
Griff was able to procure those overseas with some lighter duties on the investment, I think.
Yeah. We might give away, yeah, like a $5 Casio calculator watch or something.
Yeah. I might have an old Mickey Mouse, flip up, digital watch.
That would be good.
There'll be something. Don't worry. We'll put
together something. We'll put something going.
So this is the first par 5, right?
This is short
7,
but sharp dog leg that I think it's might be tough to get at in 2. Tricky bunkers, multi-tiered green. Adam Hill says, is a bottle of malt an acceptable bribe? Yeah, I wouldn't be too bad. Slava golf balls with the TGCT logo. I've actually been looking into that for the Whistler trip. I may order some Vice golf balls or something. Get the TGC logo on it for people. Yeah, cool.
I've been meaning to talk to you and G-Dog about something regarding apparel.
Just make bomber jackets with Eric's
just
logo
reminded
on
me.
it, or with my
No,
logo on it,
mine.
or a big Rocher on it. I'd buy it.
Oh, heck no.
Walking around with Eric's cartoon face on the back of your jacket. Oh.
All right, 8-foot eagle putt here. You know what that means? It's not going in.
Thundercock that bad boy. Oh, I missed another one. My putting is atrocious. Well, I'm playing the course like he intended. I've parred every hole.
I pulled the G dog, let it flop right in.
Nice.
Just, didn't he say he was getting on a bit in his years, and he's not quite the thunder that he used to have.
Just flops it in, yeah.
So, short par fours. Andre, how do you feel about drivable par fours as a design choice?
Love them. I love them. Just as long as they're not just like, well, this one, for example, drivable, yes, but I mean, that green is very difficult to hold. I mean, a drivable par four with a huge green where it's basically like no matter what, you're going to be on the green putting for eagle, those I don't like, but this is a real risk reward hole. I mean, if you're long, you got a pretty tough pitch coming back, or a flop coming back, and with the hill there on the green, I mean, you don't hit the right spot, that's rolling down, and all of a sudden your attempt to drive the green might turn into a par. So I love those kind of short par fours.
Yeah. One of the questions that I get asked sometimes, because the community has this interesting notion that I'm like knowledgeable or something, but
you are.
No, this is how many of these in an 18-hole round are appropriate.
Oh, I've thought about making a course of just short par fours, just 18 short par fours. I'd love to do that. I don't know. I think
okay,
like
so that might be a little extreme, but
okay, but reasonable answer. One for sure. I think you can get away with 2, maybe 3 if they're well designed. That's kind of my limit. But what about you?
No, I'm kind of right there with you. The other thing though that I do look at is where is it positioned in the 18 holes relative to the yardage and par of other holes around it. And so, as well, Dan is pointing out there's too many people are concerned about rules, and that's not really the nature of this question. It's more of like, if I have a par 5 that's 520 yards, it's reachable in almost any wind condition. You're always going to have a eagle putt and then more than likely a guaranteed birdie. I really usually won't put a short par 4 where you might get a 2 right after it. It just seems too, easy. But sometimes look at this hole, 622 yard par 5 coming right after a short par 4. I think that's actually a pretty good usage because you've given the player a little bit of variety in the round. He or she just had an opportunity for an eagle on a par 4. Now the player's going to have to work pretty hard for a birdie on a long par 5. Right. To me, that's kind of good positioning of your routes. That's how I feel about it. So then it's not so much about the rule. Like Andre said, it might be 2, it might be 3, definitely 1 if it makes sense. But rather than a rule about how many, it's does your golf course warrant it?
Right. Trying to force in things, or that can be a big problem. But I think with the short, I don't know if I necessarily agree with just like it depends. I'm totally fine with like having a short par 5 and then a drivable par 4, because if you're looking ahead to that, you're licking your lips. If you're far behind, you're like, okay, I could go eagle here, and I'm back in the ball game. I like that too. I mean, I think Kapalua's had a couple I played last week where I think it was a par 5 and then a short par 4, and I eagled them both like back to back. I'm like, all right, we're back in this. So I mean, that I kind of do like. So I don't think there's.
That kind of reminds me of that stretch at Augusta, the opening 3 holes, where hole 1 is a relatively short par 4. I realize the green's kind of challenging, but then 2 is a very reachable par 5.
Yeah.
And then hole 3 is a very short par 4. And so, like you're saying, you know, you kind of looking at that maybe as a stretch of holes where you're saying, okay, I can get off to a hot start here at Augusta, but if I miss that opportunity, then I've got to work a little bit harder the rest of the way. There's some, I like that. Some variety in thinking.
Hole 9 at Cypress Point is a 291-yard par 4, and 10 is a 476-yard par 5. Yeah, so there's a big scoring opportunity right at the turn there. And, I mean, I'm okay with that. I think we do kind of adhere to too many, like, rules, per se. At the end of the day, if you've got a well-designed course that flows nicely, it plays well, I mean, whatever. Throw 2 par 3s in a row down if you want. I mean, whatever. Yeah. It's a beautiful hole here.
And I think that's what guys like Tom Doak would say, right? They'd say, look, if the plot warrants 2 par 3s, then put 2 par 3s. Don't overthink your way out of good holes.
Yeah, there's sometimes where I have to catch myself when I'm designing, and I'll build a short par 4, and then right next to it I'll be like, oh, there could be a short par 4 there too. And you know, a lot of me is like, well, I don't know, but I really should be thinking like, yeah, throw another short par 4 in. Who cares?
Yeah. Yep.
It's an interesting topic of discussion. Oh, tempo.
Tabletop green here, or pin position rather. Nice sculpting. I don't feel like there's been a missed opportunity on sightline yet.
No, I don't.
Just in terms of what you're seeing from the tee or the second shot.
Yeah, he's pretty much nailed the look. I haven't seen a missed opportunity yet either. I don't know how these judges are gonna do this. I've been saying that on every playthrough.
Like that. I could be 7 under on you right now.
Oh, you should be crushing me right now.
If I could putt. The back 9 at Pacific Dunes only has 2 par 4s, yeah. Yeah, and it's like 2 par 3s in a row or 2 par 5s in a row. That doesn't really bother me when it's appropriate. If it's 2 par 3s in a row that are both the same distance or both the same look, then it's like, okay, could you have gotten a little more creativity there?
Right.
But you know, that's if I play a course that has 2 par 3s in a row, I notice it, but I don't hate it.
Right. I have a course that I play quite often that's got 2 par 3s in a row, and they're 2 long par 3s where you're hitting the same club. That I don't like. Like, who designed this? They're like one's 192 and one's 195, and they're both par 3s. Just like I'm hitting like 4 or 5 iron on both of them. They're saying like they play the same direction. I'm like what's going on here? Like that almost keeps me away from that course.
Around here, that's I play it in the summer times with a buddy because the price is always right. It's kind of just a municipal course, but it's decently kept and it's pretty long, so it's a challenging course. But I would never say that it's like a good course.
Right.
But it has some really weird quirks from the designer. The opening hole is a par 5, so you start on a par 5 right out of the gate. Hole 2 and 3 are both like 325-yard par 4s that just one goes out and the other one comes right back the other side. Then here's what I don't like about it. Every par 3, so hole 4, hole 7, hole 11, and not that you really care what the hole numbers are, but hole 14, they are all par 3s between the ranges of 195 and 210 yards.
Ugh. Yeah,
they're all basically the same hole.
Yeah. There's another course like that in the region like that too. They're all long 3-4 iron par 3s, every one. And I hate that.
Yeah, and they didn't even need to be.
No.
Like, design-wise, you could have done I mean, so if you're talking about longer tees, a lot of people challenge to go backwards. Well, these obviously you have all the space you want in front of the 210-yard tee, so make one 155 yards and make it more interesting.
Exactly. Oh, I made a birdie. Finally.
I'm not sure what to hit here. I'm afraid I'm going to be over. Oh, I'm way over. Whoa. I'm not sure, Taylor. That's up to Mr.
How many are we
Crazy
playing
here.
today? Well, we're gonna play one after this for sure, and then if we do more, it'll probably be later in the evening.
Oh, that was actually about as good as I could do there.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, it'll probably be later in the evening because I've got hockey, and then I might be going out after, so we'll see. If I'm not, then we'll do some.
Oh,
3-shot swing
bogey.
here. 3-shot swing.
All right. Well, this course just went down a star.
Harsh.
Only 5 stars for bogey-free rounds.
A tight little par 5, I think. Well, it's not a little par 5, it's a long par 5. Oh no, I thought it was tighter than that. Never mind. Oh, we're looking forward
nice
to all
small
these
little
too.
details. The steps between the 2 fairways there rather than nothing.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a detail that you would see in real life.
Yep. This is a very realistic looking course in an unrealistic setting, I think. Well, even that's not really even unrealistic, but not something you would see normally. I guess this is what I mean.
It's like a course I would play on a vacation, but not
exactly.
like my home course.
That's exactly it. Come on, get there. We got some helpful wind. Here we go. There's a good shot. Oh, you got a good one in too.
Oh, sit.
Couple eagle putts.
Sit.
Undercock that in.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing your course, Taylor. I have not played it yet. I've seen it played. Haven't played it. I've seen it played a couple times, actually. I've watched people playing it. It's pretty popular.
Nice. These have all been really popular.
Yeah, there's not a bad design yet.
No, there's not one where it's like, well, good try. Like, thanks for being a part of the contest. Like,
nope,
no,
not one.
Definitely not.
Double eagles there. Wow.
Boom. Couple of pros.
Just went back up to a 5-star course. I know I'm a sucker for this stuff, but love the pathway and fence along the thing. I mean, just, again, it's because it's not gratuitous. It feels like if you were playing this course, the maintenance crew would have a fence there.
Yes. It's not forced. It's not forced.
No.
And I mean, I honestly think there's so many good... All these courses are excellent. And I think a lot of these are going to come down to the little details and how they're executed. Because, I mean, these all play well. There hasn't been too many where I've been like, I don't know, like playability-wise. They've all played really well. They all look beautiful. So, I don't know.
Yep.
They might just have to count cars in the parking lot as a tiebreaker or something. Who knows?
Don't tell Jeremy that. Although he has cars this time, so he'll be fine. Well, we keep saying it on every competition, and it just keeps happening more and more in this community. It's like the standard comment is, "Boy, I would hate to be a judge in this contest," you know. And I have to agree. Glad I'm not judging.
Mm-hmm. Are we talking routing rules? We're not talking routing rules. I don't have routing rules.
Well, rules in quotes, Vinegar, yeah, because we weren't setting rules. We were just conversing.
Yes. We were discussing short par 4s, and where to place them, if there's a rule for that. One rule is there
There you
are
go.
no rules, right? Except no
There you
puddles
go.
on your greens. That's the rule that I learned.
It's just like Outback Steakhouse. No rules, just right.
Ooh. See,
Except when there are puddles.
Yeah, exactly. We don't have Outback Steakhouse up here. It's not a thing.
Oh, you don't?
No. No
My wife and I
Outback.
love to eat there. It's pretty good, generally.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been there before. Ooh, tight.
Yeah, a pinched fairway here, but I'm okay with it because he doesn't do that very often.
Right. I am not a fan of forced pinched landing areas every hole, and I do see some designers that can get into that habit to try to force difficulty and just, oh, we'll just pinch the fairway here and again and again. It gets tiresome. Silly 7 wouldn't do well. Oh my goodness, that course was something else. Have you played that one? The Silly 7's course?
Silly 7?
I played it on stream on Wednesday night. Oh man, we got to play that together. It is
Silly 7.
It is magnificent. I was laughing, and it's like fun holes too. Just like it's just crazy, stupid holes. I think I shot 85 under or something because everything's a par 7, and you get like holes and 1s and 2s.
Sounds like a blast, actually.
Oh yeah, it's good. Don't play without me.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's good.
Can I respond here real quick? Well, that isn't a routing issue. Can you explain that comment? Because I'm reading it behind the time that we were having a conversation, and therefore I don't know what it was in response to, Matt. If you don't mind.
I got grilled on one of my contest courses back in the day for having 2 long par 4s in a row. Oh, really? Again, it's just... How do you judge these at this point?
Oh, the puddle issue? I was joking about that. That's just your thing, you know? It's like when people tell me I love rocks, waterfalls, and fences, you know? The puddle is just your thing. Pithy wants in on the Silly 7, so all right. So Pithy, Andre, me. We'll get a fourth. We can do a. Well, I don't want to do alt shot. We'll do.
Yeah, it's not really an alt shot course.
Yeah, we'll do stroke play. See who can be 80 under or more.
Yeah. This is nice.
Okay, I love this green right here for a lot of reasons.
Is this like a mini Redan, kind of?
It really is. Just, I mean, in terms of you've got high side and low side, and it's very defined what your strategy is going to be. But I also like that it's downhill with a fairway that also introduces potential strategy play of how you might need to run it up in a different wind condition.
I'm going right off the Redan here. Oh, this could be good.
Oh, this could be good. I'm watching yours.
Go in the hole.
Oh, go in the hole.
Go in the hole. Get in there. That's how you play it.
Okay, let me see if I can take lessons from that.
That's how you play it.
Hey, Steve, what's going on?
So,
I think if you get a hole in one on these playthroughs, though, I think that's extra points in the judging. Oh, very fast.
Oh, extra points in the judging?
Yeah.
If one of us gets a hole in one, it's a 10 bonus points.
We have to give the judges notice that course receives it a little bit extra.
Yeah. We'll see the courses.
So did you make birdie?
I did. I made birdie. We'll see the courses late in the contest that has like a 17th hole that's like 45 yards that just funnels in for an ace.
Of course, then all the extra points are going to do is make up for the points it lost by doing that.
That's true. Cancels out.
I'm playing golf with Andre, man. How bad could I really be, right? I'm good, man. Slow, impressed, appreciative clap from Adam Hill.
Beautiful. I'm picturing it.
Or my bunker shot.
Yeah, I think both. It's that G-Dogs clip of those slow clapping guys with their scotches. I love that. That's from a commercial.
So for newer designers watching, I want to point this out too. Andre, can you scout right there, please?
Right where?
Just where the drive lands, and then just leave the camera there for a second.
Mm-hmm.
So we just had a conversation about pinching fairways. Now he's offered the golfers probably 35 to 40 yards of fairway here to hit. But what I want you to notice is that what he's used as a hazard in his design is, again, camber. But what he's done is made the effective size of this fairway much smaller than 40 yards.
Yes.
So the golfer that's not paying attention will see a wide fairway out there and think, oh, I can just blast it out there. And then what's going to happen? He's going to roll off to the left. The golfer that is paying attention will recognize that there's actually a strategy choice in how you play this hole, even though the fairway is really wide. But by making the fairway wide, his sights and his design, his overall look is varied between hole to hole.
Yeah.
It's almost like having a funneled fairway or a pinched fairway without it looking like a pinched fairway.
Like it. Yeah, like if I land it right here, that's
You're
in
done.
the rough. That's in the rough.
Absolutely.
The only thing I would not like is some people get into that a little too much, and then if you just pipe one dead center, it's gonna, like, you got no shot. It's gonna bounce in the rough no matter what. And some designers do get a little carried away with that. So yeah, give yourself some sort of landing spot. We haven't talked about it much, but just like his big kind of waist bunkers and stuff have just been really good. He was showing me when I was streaming there a couple days ago how he does waist bunkers, but I couldn't get a handle on it. I ended up overplanting them as I usually would do.
Yeah, I was reading what Matt wrote. It's nice to have additional information in chat from other designers about what we're talking about, because it makes these playthroughs more valuable on the YouTube channel when people watch it on demand later. So to Andre's point, like anything, yeah, I had a point there. Like any of these comments that we're making, it's right. If you overuse any of the strategies, then they become bad strategies. But when they pop up here and there, it really makes your golf course different from hole to hole.
Yeah. All about variety.
Doing my best to keep ahead of you.
It's close. Going to 18.
Got a good match going here.
Short uphill par 5. Great lighting. Great finishing hole here.
Ooh, look at that clubhouse. I had to throw that in. I mean,
of
come
course.
On. Nice lip on the front of the green. It's kind of what you were talking about earlier, rather than having the green just slammed flat on the fairway. Just pulling it up a little bit adds that shadowing there and provides a contrast. What would Reeb call that? Planting by sculpting.
Yes. And that finally clicked with me doing some design over the last couple days. I really want to build a Swiss course, but everything just felt really flat. And then I'm like, started doing some more sculpting. And I'm like, okay, this is kind of more what I'm looking at.
Pablo's is next. Hey, Joe, Golfer G. Pablo's is next, I believe, because his was released right after this one.
Perfect.
Oh, fly, hit hard. No.
Stop. Get in there. Oh, I missed my birdie. Missed my birdie.
Oh, sit, Eric. You know better than that.
I think he got me by one still. Unless you bogey this.
Yeah, if I don't 3-putt, which...
You 3-putt from there. Time to take a break. Oh, he does it in one. He does it in one. Nice putt. Well done. Well, that was a heck of a course. I mean, that was immaculate. I thought played well.
Yeah.
I didn't see any missed opportunities. It flowed really nicely. I couldn't wait to when I can't wait to see the next hole once I putt out. That's when I know I'm like, okay, this is a nice course. And I felt that way here. I'm like, okay, what am I going to see next? So, yeah, I love this one. What about you?
Yeah, I don't have anything to add. I kind of feel the same way. In fact, it's part of that subjective metric that we're trying to work on in the judging panel. Discussion is like, what are some of those questions you ask when you play a course? What do you ask yourself? And actually, what you just brought up is a good one. You know, am I excited to see that next hole on the first time playing through? And I think this one, for me, would have to say yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done, Matt. And that concludes another World Cup of Design playthrough. If you are watching on Twitch right now, Eric and I are going to reload and do another course, so we'll be back in 2 or 3 minutes. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.